Traversals Practice. At the conclusion, you will be able to write a program that uses list traversals, including the filter and reduce patterns, with the support of some sample code. You'll be able to debug programs that use list traversals. Now, don't forget in your debugging process to describe the problem. What do you expect it to do? What does it actually do? And does it always happen that way? Look for bugs. Are there warnings or errors? Did you change something? If so, what was it? Can you explain your code to someone else, line by line, what it does? Look for code related to the problem. Don't look at things that aren't related to your problem until you've exhausted everything else. Try solutions. Make small changes. Test those small changes along the way. Document as you go. Anytime you make a small change, put a comment in that you changed, what you changed, why you changed. You'll be so glad you did. Debugging lists. How do we do that? Well, here's some things. You use the console.log to track lists in the debug console. Click the arrow to see the list elements. Oh, sorry. Click the arrow. Yeah, can't click it. So what you do right up here, you can put this in here, okay? Don't forget the last index is always length, okay, -1. And by clicking the arrow, it's this stuff here. Add the list to the watcher panel to track changes in the list as the app runs. The watcher also shows the length of the list. So right here, you've got your watch and you've got your debug console. Now, debugging the data tab. Okay, go actually look at your data. Use console.log to make sure you're actually getting the information you want from your table. Okay, so look at this data tab. Cats. Okay, you've got all kinds of cats here. You've got all kinds of information. Now, in this particular lesson, in levels 2 through 4, you'll have some traversal practice. These levels have you perform a simple traversal over lists that are created inside your code, not with the data import tools. In each program, sample code is provided, in which you can use to help writing your own code. So these are just basic traversals. This part should not take long. Level 2, you're going to traverse over a list and console.log every element. Level 3, you're going to traverse over a list and console.log every element and its position. And finally, in 4, you're going to traverse over to parallel lists, meaning lists that have got the same length, and print the elements from both. You've got sample code in all the previous 2 lessons as well as in here. You're simply going through and outputting it. The reduce and filter practice. You will practice the reduce and filter patterns introduced in the previous lesson. In each program, sample code is provided, which you can use to help write the code of your own. Now, level 5, filter a list of students to keep only those with more than 6 letters in their name. Level 6 is reduce a list to find the maximum price inside of it. Level 7 is to filter a list of countries to find those in the Central American region. This program makes use of the data import tools. So level 7, you're going to actually be doing data import. Now, you may think that I'm just going to skip over all this stuff. You want to practice this so that it actually does become second nature. You can do it very quickly, because then when you get to your create task and to other programs later on in this course, this will be trivial. This will be easy. So make sure that you do each level here. Finally, level 8 is app practice. In this level, you will use the reduce pattern to finish building an app. Level 8, you're going to write code for the reduce pattern to calculate a student's average grade. Now, all of this, you've got a lot of other code that's already written, so you're just adding some code. Really important. Go back. Remember that in the investigate, you had the last 2 levels, gave you the reduce pattern and the traversal patterns so that you could go through those. Go back and look at those. You just have to change names. It's the same process. Okay? This whole thing should not take you but about 35 to 40 minutes to go through each one. Especially as you start doing them, they get faster, they get easier. Okay, so you want to go to Unit 5, Lesson 11, navigate to Lesson 11, Level 2 on Code Studio. It'll tell you the program traverses the fruits list to print out all the different fruits. Add code to traverse and print out the vegetables list. Okay? So again, you're going to go through all the way through. Once you're done, we'll move on to making traversals.